Hey friends, it's Thanksgiving week and we are doing some Thanksgiving prep. It was mild today, but a hard frost is coming in. And so I was outside trying to prepare the garden, getting the rest of what I could salvage out of there, which was a little bit of parsley, the rest of the leeks. We found one string bean. Bee was very excited. And I have 2 heads of romaine lettuce, but everything else is kind of taken to decomposing. So I moved inside. I took Bee on a short walk to the park, and I moved inside to finish prepping for Thanksgiving because I cannot do it all the day before. I cannot all do it that day. I like to watch the parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. I like to watch it to see all the Broadway shows and to see the floats. So I don't want to be cooking. I want to be laying on the couch watching the parade. And I like to do things ahead of time because I never know still kind of how I'm going to feel. And so it's important that I have nutrient-dense food on hand all the time. So I decided to start prepping a few days before. So today I did the stuffing. It is pasture-raised ground Italian sausage. We have some homemade gluten-free sourdough bread. I've used half of it so far. I've got some Granny Smith apples in here, some celery, and I did cut up the leeks. It is sticking a bit, so I'm going to add some liquid to this to get it to stop sticking to the pan. And I also have some pineapple tea going, which I love. It's delicious. It's very nutritious and flavorful. It's got turmeric, black pepper, cloves, cinnamon, organic oranges, and pineapple and some ginger in there. It's very warming and nourishing, and at this time of year, that's exactly what you want to be eating and having is nourishing food. So we also scavenged 2 very small cabbages, and I tried to take all of the yucky bugs out of them, and that will go for dog food. I did prep as well. We've got our turkey in here, defrosting and prepping. This is a kosher 12-pound turkey. I roasted a kabocha squash and some sweet potatoes, and I mashed them up, combined it with coconut oil and coconut milk. So that is what the white is. That is coconut oil, and it makes like a souffle. I cooked some white sweet potatoes in the Instapot with some coconut milk, some coconut Mykonos butter, and I also made a batch I forgot that was up there, of cranberry sauce. So I'm going to show you what my quick fix is for if you don't have broth on hand, or like me, you don't want to go down to the basement and get the broth. You can use these, which just fell on us before. Here's a chicken broth and a beef broth. So some people just use these like they drink it as sipping. I use it if I don't want to go down to the basement and look for the broth, or I don't have broth made. And it actually has mushrooms in it. I think there's like 8 different mushrooms in here. So it's organic chicken broth powder, sea salt, organic roasted savory spice blend, apple cider vinegar, organic mycelized oats, which is mushroom spores on oats. So it's gluten-free, keto, paleo-friendly, and it has collagen in it. So you could just add this to 8 ounces of water and drink it with the mug, like they show you. I use it, and I'll add water to it and make it as a broth. Like if I want to add to a soup to thicken a soup or something, I find that it works well. And again, if you don't have homemade broth on hand, which I do have homemade broth on hand, you could do that. But, you know, again, I like to make things easy on myself, so this is probably what I will add. I might have to get a broth down from downstairs, though, because I'm running low on distilled water, and I need to make another batch. So I might take that back and actually use a jar of broth. But, again, it's nice to have things like this on hand. It's not vegan, and it's not vegetarian because it has the chicken broth, but it has shiitake, lion's manes, and reishi mushrooms in the beef one, and in the chicken one, it is shiitake, lion's mane, reishi, and turkey tail. So medicinal mushrooms are really good for you if you don't react to them. I've been able to reintroduce them, but I did an elimination autoimmune paleo diet, I don't know, for like 3 years. And I kind of eat mostly paleo now. I add a little bit of this bread in occasionally. And again, it's a gluten-free sourdough that I make from scratch. And I don't tend to react to it. But if I am having symptoms and I am having, extra inflammation, or I'm feeling like I have a lot more mucus, or I'm having GI pain or more migraines, I will take it out. So again, there is no one diet for everybody. There is no one fix for everybody. So you have to do what your body is telling you to do. Your body is talking to you through your symptoms. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. It's your body trying to communicate to get your attention. And when you don't pay attention, the symptoms will get louder. So that's my little food for thought here. Checking in Thanksgiving week with you guys. Hoping all is well. Hoping that you have a pleasant, stress-free Thanksgiving. I will be spending it on the couch watching the parade and then catching up on Hallmark movies. Until next time, friends. See you then.